September 18th, I just walked up on 2021. I just walked up on the boulevard for Linda. I went to Martha's Bakery. And as I was walking back, and I was thinking quietly to myself about the day, about the parade that they had today, about the park event, about me not feeling well, then seeing the orange and white helicopter overhead. I was realizing, and then thinking of at the parade, the first section, when I spoke to the two gentlemen later on who had the Scottish, he said Scottish bagpipes that they share with the local Irish, but traditionally they're Scottish, is what he had said. I said, well, that's good to know. I said, at least that clarifies that. I can teach my son one fact. I said, but what is the band at the beginning of the parade? What is the distinction? Like, what is the word you would use between them and then between the camouflage attire or costume and then the traditional tartan pattern, kilt with the bagpipes? What would the professional word be that would not upset someone that I should teach my son? And I said they didn't really have one. So they said, well, the front, the front was that they, in camouflage, they were the military. I was like, right, yeah, see, that's the word I use. And he said, but they didn't specify the after drummers and bagpipes and nothing, because it was a different type of band that was at the front. So I said, all right, well, I'll think about what exactly to say to him, but right, military, that makes sense. So anyway, so with that being said, NYPD, when I had the problem at Lewis and Linda's residence with Tiafrio 1975, he stole the keys to my car. It was a hollow car door, pushed the door in and gave it a kick at the bottom of the door with my foot, and the entire door just split apart into 1,000 pieces. And they arrested me for that. So that happened, and let's think about this. So when I got arrested, that was the one and only time, they took the money off of my person, and I had one $100 bill. That was it. It was the last money off the last U.S. stimulus check that was mailed out, that they put on the television news. And so I went to Chase Bank, I cashed it, and it was the last $100 out of that check. And NYPD took it, and they put it into something called a P.E.T.S. system, P.E.T.S. And then when I called, that was in June, I called, and I called, and I called, and they kept saying that they don't have the voucher. They don't have this. They don't have... So they literally just stole, in the precinct, $100 off of my person, and the shitbags in the NYPD at, like, I think it's Austin Street or one of those, won't return my $100. Only $100 I have to my name. And they don't really give a fuck every time I call to even, like, go and figure out or find it. Why don't you execute those people? The people that steal from people on deep cover operations that get arrested because some political asshole playing chancellor and playing health commissioner that are all fraudulent and are not hired by me nor the city of New York, but by some false operation going on, false flag operation going on in New York City. I'll show you the flags that they do fly and that everybody salutes. At sports games, this is what they salute in New York State. They call it the United States, and it's North America. They do it at all the NFL and all the sports games that are held inside of North America. So there is unity in numbers and some form of military agreement. And NYPD has the flag on their painted as they walk into their precinct number 111 every day. So I don't understand why there is a Gayle King color, the Oprah friend, and Whoopi Goldberg would be that cross-reference of hue, of lineage and genealogy that I'm not. I don't understand how that got some kind of New York City commission or New York City health importance that then started a campaign to shoot with bioengineered products all of the New York City residents underneath their reign as supreme of something, I don't know, which the good people of NYPD can't seem to get heads or tails of and take care of. So now, if it helps, they stole $100 off my person. I still have the health case of the electrolytes and the energy crisis within the main set of somewhere between a NASA level importance and a CIA level of importance, which I just call KGB at this point, but we'll just do NASA KGB. But I even leave NASA off of it, but for 4-letter words. But the true story is that they stole my $100. They all knew about it while I was there, being held in the 111. It was the same day that they had some periscope, P-E-R-I-S-C-O-P-E, kind of like that thing at the top of Popeye's theoretical boat that someone built for the movie set. They had one of those dismembered off of the ship itself and put in the foyer. It looked like a weird prop, but I made note of it on the day of, after I got out. But the $100 they don't seem to find, and there's no system to actually hold them accountable. So I'm just curious, where do you call for that type of assistance in New York City? I don't think 311 handles it, and 911's robbing from me. Where do I go? Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. It's September 18th, 2021, and it is Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. It is Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken.